Welcome to the channel. This is Coach Charles on the Soccer Benchmark. Football is amazing, more so when you support a team that wins. And that is what has been happening for teams like Manchester City, Real Madrid of this world, Barcelona, Manchester United back in the day. When your team is winning, you're always positive. You're always like, I can't wait for the next game. I can't wait to wear that shirt. I can't wait to see my best player play. But at United, it has been for the past 10 years or since Alex Ferguson retired. It has been on and off, good, bad, up, down. We've been going like 5 steps forward, 6 steps backward. Always issues here, issues there. So we've had coaches come in and go. We have players. In fact, Manchester United has had some of the biggest players in the world come into Manchester United. You remember Di Maria? That guy played for Manchester United and he was hounded out of the club 8 months in. 8 months in the media in Manchester and in the UK and all over the world. When it comes to Manchester United, you have to show up and you have to play, you have to do your part. Remember Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the Zlatan himself? He was at Manchester. You remember Falcao? When he was banging goals left, right, and center in other teams, when he came to Manchester, it was a different story. Then there was Cavani. I liked Cavani. I don't know even why he was let go because he could have played a really good support cast. And those days, Manchester United had like 3 to 4 very good strikers, all in one team. And these were big players. And they were able to do their part. They were able to do whatever was asked of them. Then we had coaches. David Moyes came. Louis van Gaal came, the guy who always did some. I wonder where the notes went to because he wrote so much. I wish I could get those notes and read what was this guy thinking. Because let's just be honest, he's a good coach. He's a great coach. He's been there. He's done it all. But he was writing too much, and he was very dramatic. I remember a point when Louis van Gaal just dropped down because of a decision by the referee. And these are moments that really make watching football and supporting football very interesting. Then we have Jose Mourinho, the special one. The special one was always special. Always had something for the media. Always being chased by the media. Saying what he wants, saying how he wants. Blunt as a knife. And Manchester was basically meant for Jose Mourinho, except that he came at the wrong time when things were not going the right way. Then we have the interims. We have Michael Carrick taking over. We had Ryan Giggs taking over. These were former players, 2 games in, 3 games in, and they were out of there. Then we also had the consultant from Austria. Then after that, we had Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag came with a vibe that he doesn't care. He can do anything. He can do everything, and he will do it right. And the first season, we did so well under Erik. Let's be honest. We did well. We qualified for the Champions League, and that was beautiful. He won us 2 cups. Then Erik just could not make further decisions because players were throwing him under the bus. Players were doing whatever they want. There was a lot of issues with the players. The Sancho issue. There was the Greenwood issue. Just everything. There were a lot of moving parts that Erik ten Hag could not handle. And I think also blame on the language barrier. He was not able to express what he wanted. I wish sometimes these coaches were allowed to just speak their language. Then someone translates, because Erik ten Hag really had a lot to say, but he could not put it right. He struggled in this. Then we now have, we had Ruud van Nistelrooy coming in, took over a few games, won a few games, but he went to Leicester City, and my God, there are a lot of chances that he's giving to other teams. Almost 100 and something chances opponents have gotten against Ruud's team, and that is just 3 games in or 4 games in. We thank God that we decided to go the Ruben Amorim way, and that is where my discussion starts. Ruben Amorim has a system that he believes in, and he believes that his players must do things right. And this discussion is about Marcus Rashford and Garnacho. Now, it is very funny that when a new coach comes, players are still misbehaving. Because I think Rashford has been underperforming for the longest time. But the season where he scored over 30 goals, this guy has been underperforming. let's be honest. Yeah? His body language, first of all, his demeanor, first of all, how he tracks back. This guy does not do the right things. And this coach, Ruben Amorim, is not going to handle that. He's not going to take that lying down. Yeah? People like Ten Hag really gave Rashford his opportunity. He's 27 years old. At 27, you should be picking. You should be doing world-class things, scoring goals after goals. Because you cannot tell me that after scoring the 30 goals in the 2 seasons ago, you cannot be able to improve. Whatever happened to you or whatever made you your form dip, it cannot take forever. People like Luke Shaw can say that I've been injured all this time. Rashford has not been injured for a while. He's been healthy, he's been available, he's been training, but the process, the output of this player is just not there, non-existent. I was listening to Sky podcasters when we had Roy Keane and Mika Richards in the show, and I don't know why Mika kept on supporting Rashford, because you cannot tell me your form can dip for over 2 years or for an entire season. That is not right. Now, Garnacho really, I don't know what, I cannot lie that I know what happened. But why will Garnacho be lumped in the same category as Rashford? Because Garnacho has been doing right. He's been at moments, he's been our best player for a while. So I don't know where this bad behavior is coming from. And these players have the ability to sack managers. Coaches lose their jobs because players are not able to perform. Players are not doing the right thing. Players at Manchester have been throwing coaches under the bus. And that is exactly what Ruben Amorim is trying to avoid. And he has ensured that this is not going to happen to him by putting his feet down and completely leaving these 2 guys out of his team. I'm not saying they've been doing things that will lead to the coach being sacked. What I'm saying is that the coach does not entertain bullshit, for lack of a better word. If you're not performing in my system, if you're not doing what is supposed to be done, you are not playing for me. Stay home. Watch Tom and Jerry. Watch Ben 10 or whatever is there on TV. Watch, but don't come into my team and mess it up. And that is the message that Ruben Amorim is sending. But it's very clear. This is just not a disciplinary issue. This is just a wait, let's meet on Monday. And Monday gives everyone a clean slate of life. Manchester United has a game against Tottenham Hotspurs on Thursday. Carabao Cup. And I think this is an opportunity for Rashford and Garnacho to redeem themselves. They have to show that they want to be part of this team. They have to show that they are team players. They have to change how they appear. If the coach doesn't like how you swallow, stop swallowing in front of the coach. If the coach doesn't like how you're chewing, shut your mouth. Don't show the coach how you're chewing, because Amorim does not like how you eat. He doesn't like how you walk. He doesn't like. You have to change as a player. And that is exactly what people like Rashford and Garnacho should do. They should do what is right by the coach. And this is a new coach. Because if you get into the bad books of the coach, then it means that your future at Manchester is not assured. And that is exactly what brings these many rumors. Because there are rumors swirling all over that Rashford has been put on sale. And why will that happen to a player that is Manchester born? Started at Manchester, still at Manchester. As a senior player, I believe that he can do better. He can do way better. And this discussion will never end until Rashford steps up. Thank you for watching. This is Coach Charles on the Soccer Benchmark. If you've not subscribed, take a minute and subscribe. Click on the subscribe button, comment, share, and let's play football the Amorim way.